What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Cabal Culture Smasher here, and welcome back to the channel. I have been away for quite some time, a good few weeks here, because I just had a really huge start to the new year, had a lot of things going on, and I lost the ability to make time for making videos and all that stuff. But recently I had a huge adjustment in my schedule. Now I'm back, and I'm hoping to create more content than ever before, hopefully with a lot more love, a lot more care, a lot more quality, because I know that's what you guys love. Anyway, guys, in the world of entertainment, when I take just a few days off, in my case of taking a few weeks off, so much has happened, but we're just going to get right into the stuff that has happened very recently, like in the last couple of days, the stuff that's quite relevant. We got a good amount of juicy stuff going on here. We have Rachel Zegler causing the entire Snow White premiere to get canceled. Yes, canceled. Not like it was just a limited screening, not like maybe they just censored her and made sure she didn't speak to the press. No, the entire premiere just outright got canceled because of her comments, because of what she has done, and just sabotage this movie. And this thing comes out on March 21st. You guys know I'm already going to be reacting to that. I'm telling you now, that movie is dead on arrival. Disney reportedly cancels Snow White UK premiere after fears of backlash. This comes from alongmainstreet.com. The studio instead plans to hold private press conferences with heightened security. Ooh. I wonder why they would need security. I mean, I know Rachel Zegler, spouts her mouth and can't keep her mouth shut, but do you really need security for that? It feels a little bit much, but, you to each your own, I guess. Oh, wait, check out this triple I'm about to get. Bam! Yeah, I'm awesome at this game. Disney has opted out of the London red carpet premiere for its live-action fantasy adaptation of Snow White ahead of its March 21st release. According to Metro UK, the studio has reportedly canceled the large-scale premiere for the major release to prevent any anti-woke controversy against the film. The Daily Mail reported from its sources that Disney expects an anti-woke backlash against Snow White, prompting them to reduce the media schedule to provide private press events with tight security. The news source added, "That is why Disney has taken the highly unusual step not to host a London premiere for the film and are minimizing the amount of press questions that Rachel Zegler gets." Metro UK also indicated that no interview junket has been planned for the UK as anticipated, with press opportunities to be held in another country instead as part of a European-wide junket. What, are you talking like Saudi Arabia or something? or Germany, where you get arrested for talking about Facebook posts and stuff? Is that what you mean? Man, why would they have to move the press conference to another country unless they really want to control the narrative around this one? They arrest people for saying the wrong thing in England now, so maybe that's why they're afraid to host it there. Maybe they're so afraid that Rachel Zegler is going to say something so stupid that the entire cast and crew ends up in UK jail. We shall see. Earlier this week, the film launched its press run in Tokyo, with star Rachel Zegler performing the film's first new song, Waiting on a Wish, live on stage.
I'm waiting on a wish beneath 1,000 treetops. As a silver sky, I long to leave the walls behind.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
Find me. I close my eyes and see what I'm meant to be. Is she a part of me? Waiting on a wish.
Disney Snow White.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm going to tell you this right now. I think the reason why they started to premiere things for Snow White in Japan instead of Europe is because the Japanese are very polite people, and so I think, honestly, culturally, if they don't like something, they're not really going to say it, whereas they're going to keep it to themselves. I think, honestly, guys, they premiered it there knowing that they wouldn't face much backlash from the Japanese, but that's just a theory. Got no way of proving that, of course. Snow White has been mired with controversy ever since the first announcement of Zegler's casting. Backlash for the film ranges from its troubled production to the political opinions of its stars, including Zegler's comments about the original film and Gadot's military background. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Gal Gadot is an Israeli, and all Israelis who turn 18 have to then serve in the military under mandatory conscription, of which Gal Gadot, the actress, the Wonder Woman actress, has done previously. And if you guys saw the Oscars, you saw like how absolutely uncomfortable Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler looked when they were standing next to each other. I mean, man, you could cut the tension with a butter knife. It was crazy, crazy stuff. They looked like they didn't even enjoy being in each other's presence. Currently, Disney's latest live-action remake is on track to open around $53 million at the North American box office, according to The Hollywood Reporter, quoting a Hollywood research firm. Man, $53 million. That sounds like a lot of money, but you consider how much Disney has spent money on this. We're thinking that realistically, as a conservative estimate now, just being a conservative as possible, they probably spent like at least 280 to 300 million. At least. And that's just being conservative here. Realistically, given all the reshoots they have done for this movie, given how much backlash and production hell is going on behind the scenes, I'm thinking that they've spent at least 400 to 450 behind this movie. We know it's at least over $300 million or more, most likely. So $53 million at the domestic box office in North America, that is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. This film, based on the track record, it needs like $900 million, maybe even $1 billion just to break even. So it's not even going to make that much money. Like, it's not even going to get close to that. If it continues this trajectory, it will continue the main studio's middling streak of costly tentpoles right after Captain America: Brave New World. And based on current estimates, it seems like this movie is going to track even worse than that one. I mean, that movie was in hot, deep shit enough as it was, but this one's in even worse production hell. This one's going to do just gangbusters in terms of how absolutely terrible it's going to perform. We're going to look at potentially the worst flop in the history of, I think, of any Disney film. That's not even an exaggeration. Disney may continue banking on its live-action adaptations, but with just 2 months away from the next Disney live-action remake, and with no official trailer yet, Lilo and Stitch, the trend may be deflating. Guys, Disney has absolutely destroyed any goodwill that they could have created for this movie. I mean, like, the worst of the worst things that could have happened for this movie, right? You remember when Brave New World was coming out, and then Anthony Mackie decided to say that Captain America should not just be a tentpole for American values, and that pissed a lot of people off. Like, this is not even close, right? We are talking an unprecedented level of destroying your IP before the movies even come out. Disney has been doing this for a long time now, right? I mean, they really started going off the rails, I think, with Maleficent, where they made the bad villain, Angelina Jolie, as a misunderstood hero. And then they made, what was it? Oh, yeah, they made Beauty and the Beast. Then The Lion King, which for some reason made $1 billion. I got no idea how it made that much money. Then Little Mermaid, I think, is where everybody started to really collectively distrust everything Disney was doing. But now, after years and years of Disney absolutely disrespecting the fans over and over again, this movie, Snow White, when this thing flops, this will be the worst explosion in their face that they've ever seen. It has been something that has been years in the making. The flop, the absolute failure of this movie will set the precedent for just how badly the Disney IP has been damaged. Because under different circumstances, this movie probably could have done really well, right? There's no reason it needed to flop. I mean, all the Disney live-action remakes, for the most part, except for Little Mermaid, of course, have made money. And that's because they like to actually resemble somewhat the original IPs that they are representing. Like, for instance, Cinderella actually was a good reboot. Maleficent, not quite so much. But Cinderella was actually pretty good, the one with Lily James. Then Beauty and the Beast came out, and that was not so good. Lion King, again, still don't know how that one succeeded, but Little Mermaid and now Snow White, those films have gone out of their way to deliberately disrespect what came before it. As a result, nobody trusts what they see, and they're not going to give it money. So we're going to see just how badly this thing flops. It's going to be a doozy. Anyway, guys, as always, that was the video. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And I hope to get more content out for you soon. I'll see you guys in the next one.